It depends on how this turns out.
That was in Philadelphia. He and President Trump are scheduled to debate one more time next Thursday. America's listening to Fox News.
With United Healthcare Medicare Advantage plans, there's so much to take advantage of, like $0 copays on primary care doctor visits and lab tests.
Wow.
Plus $0 copays on virtual visits.
Wow.
It's time to take advantage.
Wow.
To learn more, visit AdvantageWow.com. That's AdvantageWow.com.
Benefits vary by plan and area. Limitations and exclusions apply.
Wow.
An official message from Medicare.
So, did you try it yet?
Comparing plans? Oh, yeah. They sure can change year to year.
Well, I found lower prescription costs and historically low plan premiums.
Ooh, how about those new insulin savings? Hundreds of plans, $35 a month.
That'll save you money.
Comparing plans really pays.
Mm-hmm.
Compare plans from home at Medicare.gov or call 1-800-MEDICARE. Open enrollment ends December 7th. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Hey, you want to do something different this week? Well, get out of the house and take a walk in a gorgeous 5.5-acre garden. The place is Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens, centrally located, but away from all the traffic in southeast Ocala. In this spot, you're showered with hundreds of yard and garden ideas, all at prices that just can't be beat. This week, Bob is featuring roses, and he's got plenty of them. Drift and knockout roses in the big number 4 size, regularly selling for $30, are half-priced at $14.99. He has those popular fragrant tea and hybrid climbing roses, they're just $32.99. And his heirloom camellias, they're all fall clearance price too. These budded and blooming sun-loving beauties start at just $12.99. Looking for a BOGO? Gorgeous plumbago, buy one, get one free. Go to BobWinesCameliaGardens.net and check the ad. Then head on over to Bob Wines on Southeast 38th Street, Ocala. Any day this week and take a stroll through this 5-acre garden in the same blooming place since 1952.
When it really counts, depend on The Source for the latest weather updates, keeping you ahead of the storm. 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
We'll have a mix of clouds and sunshine today with a high of 84 to 90. Partly cloudy tonight, low 71 to 75. Then Saturday will be mostly sunny. Nice day with a high of 84 to 86. Look for a blend of sun and clouds on Sunday with a couple of showers in the area and a high of 84 to 86. Widely scattered thunderstorms Monday, high 86 to 88. And a thunderstorm in spots Tuesday afternoon. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Holly Holdren.
Ocala's Appleton Museum of Art has reopened to all visitors. See the world-class permanent collection and special exhibits, including photographs by Bruce Mozart and mixed media by Christina Deanne. Hours are Thursday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Sundays, noon to 5 p.m. The museum is closed Mondays through Wednesdays. Masks are required, and visitor occupancy is being monitored. For more information, visit appletonmuseum.org. BatFest 2020 is going to look a little different this year due to health and safety guidelines. Luby Bat Conservancy will not host the traditional Florida Bat Festival our community has come to love. Instead, Luby is offering virtual and in-person events each Wednesday in October at 11 a.m. Enjoy conservation from the couch, where Luby will host live chats on their Facebook and Instagram pages. On October 24th, there will be a new live stream each hour from 11 to 3. Also on the 24th, Luby will hold the in-person quarantine level endurance 0.5K You Can Do It Marathon and Bat Appreciation Day at Blackadder Brewing Company from 11 to 3. Luby staff will be available to discuss all things bat, including bat house building demonstrations. Visit luby.org/BatFest for more information.
WOCA. Ocala. Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Oh, hey, Grandpa.
Oh, hey, Grandpa.
Hey, Grandpa.
Yes, buddy?
Can you take me fishing this weekend?
I'd love to.
Have you noticed a change in your hearing over the years? Missing the little things in life? Visit Beneficial Hearing in Ocala today. Their expert team of audiologists will make sure you never miss a moment. Call Beneficial Hearing today at 352-629-4418 or visit them online, beneficialhearing.com.
The NFL alumni is sponsoring a Clay for Kids sporting event to benefit Champions for Champions. The event will take place at the Robinson Ranch in Inglis, Florida on Saturday, October 24th. Call 866-996-2182 for details. The NFL alumni will provide gift bags, breakfast, lunch, and prizes. Call 866-996-2182 for details. Clay for Kids. Call 866-996-2182 for details. Hosted by the NFL alumni.
Last week in the WOCA High School Football Game of the Week, presented by McCarson Electric, proudly serving Marion County for over 30 years. McCarson Electric for all of your commercial, industrial, and residential needs. Call McCarson Electric at 352-812-4486. The Westport Wolfpack fell to 2-1 in their loss to the Knights.
Decent kick, end over end. Rucker's going to catch it on the fly at his own 45. He studded steps. He's going to run by Seidel, and then he jumps and jukes. He's got one man to beat. To the end zone. Touchdown, Trevante Rucker.
And that's why he's going to Florida.
This week, the Wolfpack are back home as they face the Lake Weir Hurricanes. It's the High School Football Game of the Week, presented by McCarson Electric. Pre-game starts at 6:30. Kickoff is at 7. So join me, Galen Unold, and John Ivory for the High School Football Game of the Week. Lake Weir at Westport. And you can hear it all right here on WOCA, The Source.
WOCA. Ocala. Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA. Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Of thee I sing today. Today.
Welcome to the show, AM Ocala Live, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM. It's Friday. It's Friday. Made it to the end of the week, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, broadcasting to you live from the Paddock Mall. We're streaming live, YouTube Live, WOCA, The Source Radio. It's a beautiful morning. It's a little cooler today as we see 67 degrees right now with, it's still a little sticky out there, still a little moisture out there, but that's okay. Nice and cool this morning, and with that is some areas, some patchy fog in some areas, so do be careful. High of 89 degrees today, and mostly sunny skies as we can see a little bit of a north wind. Yeah, a little bit of a north wind. 5 to 8 miles per hour. And for tonight, 63, so even a little bit cooler as we see that west wind, northwest wind, if you will. As today is the day that the president will be visiting Ocala and putting on a rally right here at the Ocala airport, as you've been listening to and hearing all week. Well, we made it to Friday where it's actually going to come to fruition, if you can believe that. And as we say good morning to you, it's a beautiful one out there. We've got, the end of the week to get ready for the weekend, and a lot going on within the town. And it feels like, every other week or so when we get closer to a weekend, like I say, like a Friday, it feels like, okay, all right, it's October, there's college football, there's a lot more normalcy than what we felt for most of 2020. But then again, you got to take it with that, little bit of discourse, a little bit here, a little bit there, considering we know that the Florida LSU game was moved to December 12th. We're going to see an Alabama-Georgia game without Nick Saban on the sidelines. We're going to see some different things, obviously, in lieu of COVID and everything else and so forth and yada. But it's nice to know that we're getting to know that there's more things going on around the community. And a big one with the election not far away is with what we have going on at the Ocala International Airport today with President Donald Trump coming in to give a rally to do what he does best is fire up the crowd, all with weeks to go before the presidential election. And he's going to be doing it right here in Ocala, which it's interesting to be doing local radio for you guys and those listeners out there, and knowing that, of all places in the country, this close before the election, is he's coming to Ocala. It's pretty neat. As it is October 16th, it was October 12th back in 2016 that before he was president, obviously, with this campaign, as he came to Ocala to then go to the villages and do what he needed to do to rally down there. But now he's actually going to be right here in Ocala to do that. So pretty interesting overall, nonetheless. As we got a good show for you lined up here for this Friday to round out your week. I'm glad to be with you. My host, your host, is my name, and your host is Adam Mikulin. As I'm still trying to kind of wake up a little bit. I don't know what it is. It's hard to. And it's sometimes hard this late in the week to just jump out of bed. I'm excited though. I'm refreshed. It's just it still takes me a little bit. It's harder and harder when you wake up so early before the sun comes up, because the sun's coming up now, and it's that's what you need to wake up. But anyway, as we say good morning to you, we got a good show lined up, and we're going to get the conversation rolling. We got some kind of quick minute news to bring you, as well as get the conversation rolling. And at the top of the 8 o'clock hour, we'll be talking with Galen Life South Community Blood Centers, and we got a little bit to get to with some sports. But one of the big topics of sports is what he's going to be doing tonight. You've heard the promo for Week 4 as Westport versus Lake Weir tonight. It's going to be interesting. A lot of logistical situations needed to be worked out and finite, considering around kickoff is right around when everything's going to be either finishing up or in the bread and meat and potatoes, bread and butter of what's going on with the airport. So we'll be discussing with Galen what he's found out for those who are wanting to go to the high school football game. For those who aren't going but want to catch it, right here, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, we've got Westport versus Lake Weir, as we'll bring it to you right here. Pre-game at 6:30 and kickoff at 7 as we bring it to you right here at the source. So we'll be talking with Galen. We'll also be finding out what we can do to continue to give the gift of life and donate blood. I know the weather's been a little bit better this week. That helps them out with folks getting out there to voluntarily give blood. And we'll see where the Bloodmobile will be at today and what we can expect for the weekend as we get going and discuss those things with Galen as we bring that to you, by the way, from Palm Garden Health and Rehabilitation Center and Penn Flooring, proud sponsors of that segment and have been for a long time now. As we get to the bottom of the 8 o'clock hour, we're going to be rolling with some fun topics here to get your Friday going. Hopefully a little fun Friday conversation pieces to roll with, not just politics. We got a little bit of that to get to with the town hall meeting there last night as town hall meeting. Incredible. But we'll discuss a little bit of that and talk some other things. As we get to the top of the 9 o'clock hour, we're going to have Brian Pope with the Luby Back Conservancy talking about the virtual festival. As you've heard the advertisement, it's going to be a little different this year. Obviously, everything is with how COVID has impacted as much as things have. And for the third year now with the Luby Bat Conservancy Bat Festival, we'll see what differences there are and what the virtual festival has in store, as we'll be talking with Brian Pope about that, getting us to the bottom of the 9 o'clock hour. And then from there, we're going to continue to roll with some good conversation of what we need to do to keep your Friday rolling. Some talk radio, keeping you a little informed, a little entertained. And then as we do towards the Top of the 10 o'clock hour, we'll be bringing you. I haven't had an opportunity to bring it to you all this week, but we're going to be touching just a little bit of on this day in history, as I've got quite a few of them. I want to get to them today. It's been a while since we've done that segment, so that'll fill us in with a lot of good stuff to, like I said, take to the weekend. And then, of course, we'll be rounding out our show with Ocala Magazine, as we'll have them in the studio to discuss how their new issue has been doing now that it's come out. It's very well done with that front cover, just absolutely phenomenal, with a beautiful shot with her in the dress, but then it's kind of see-through transparent as if she's a ghost. One of those old portraits. Very, very good. Very, very good. As we'll bring that to you to the top of the 11 o'clock hour to round out AM Ocala Live for your Friday. And then we say stay tuned for a significantly special conservative watch hour, obviously with everything going on with the politics that we have prior to the election and everything we've been talking about and discussing with President Donald Trump coming in to do the rally here at the Ocala International Airport. It's going to be a fun show for the conservative watch hours. We're bringing it to you here on Fridays at 11 as we bring it to you with Trump Team 2020, our president of Trump Team 2020, host Annie Marie Delgado, as we'll have her in the studio to bring on some guests and talk a lot of good stuff leading into what we can see for the evening tonight with President Donald Trump coming into town. Very interesting, nonetheless, as we do. Well, we welcome you to the show, and we say good morning. Like we said, 67 degrees out there, and it's easy to do the weather today, considering sunshine today, sunshine tomorrow, sunshine on Sunday, and highs right around 80s. We're pretty much looking at the low to mid 80s for the weekend. Your low tonight, 63, so getting just a bit chillier than it has been. And then Saturday, only a high of 80 with sunny skies. It's going to be absolutely gorgeous tomorrow and Sunday as well. 83 is the high with the low 68, as it is going to stay just a little bit more warmer through the evening because there is a 20% chance of a late afternoon shower on Sunday that will lead into a chance for a Sunday night shower, but only a 20% chance, and that'll carry into Monday, where we have the beginning of the week high of 85 for Monday and high of 86 on Tuesday. There you go. As we're moving right along, it is now time for, let me make sure my jamboree is going. It is now time for your Ocala Quick Minute News, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source. And what they say here is, can you say nail biter when it comes to Florida's November 3rd? Well, new polls are likely that Florida voters are out in the presidential race as to favor Joe Biden and other President Trump, but all three are within the margin of error. Says President Trump hosts the town hall event as he did last night in Miami, while Joe Biden was at the town hall in Philadelphia at the same time last night. And as they say, as we head into the final days of the political campaign and packed rallies, infectious disease specialist Dr. Vincent Herrera at the Advent Health says such events are perfect environment to, so to speak, spread the coronavirus.
If you combine a large gathering and you just happen to have a few of these individuals that actually can effectively transmit the virus, you can end up with a situation of a super spreader event. As the Florida is reporting more than 3,300 new infections today and has 141 recent fatalities. Now, with the annual Biketoberfest celebration is underway in Volusia County, Daytona Beach Police Chief Craig Capri is urging everyone to protect themselves from the virus. His cops aren't in the business of social distancing, but they do the best they can to keep themselves safe.
As law enforcement officers, we're used to dealing with some nasty things sometimes, especially germs and touching people that somewhat are inebriated and vomited all over themselves and whatnot. So we almost have muscle memory to have hand sanitizer before hand sanitizer was popular, to wear gloves before wearing gloves was popular, and to wear masks. As Biketoberfest runs all the way through Sunday.
For the second straight week, first-time unemployment claims in Florida increased, as they did last week. It's almost 44,000 new claims were filed, nearly 2,500 more than the week before. It's 2 steps forwards and 1 step back for the Florida's economy as the pandemic, so to speak, continues. For your Ocala Quick Minute News, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source. We'll be back right after this.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440. In addition to our pasture mowing and tractor services, including zero-turn mowers for your fence line finish, we also offer rototilling and fence row spraying. We are family-owned and operated, licensed and insured, and farm-ready. Powell Gene, Gene, at yahoo.com, 352-629-2440. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440. Gene is a proud United States veteran.
On the first and third Wednesday mornings each month at 9:05 a.m., Robert Colin with On Top of the World will be our guest as we learn all about the exciting lifestyle and new home choices available at Ocala's premier adult active community, On Top of the World. From time to time, Robert will bring guests, and you're sure to enjoy our little chats. After all, you deserve the world, and we bring it to you. Career Source, Citrus, Levy, Marion brings together business and community partners, economic development leaders, and educational providers to connect employers with qualified, skilled talent and job seekers with employment and career development opportunities. Tune in the first Wednesday of each month at 9:30 to Career Source, Citrus, Levy, Marion, and learn how they can help you.
WOCA.
There's a staycation right here in town. It's Super 8 Motel Ocala, right down the road on 40, just west of I-75. And they're pet friendly. Have truck parking, free breakfast, a swimming pool, a kiddie pool, and veterans get 10% off. It's a staycation at Super 8 Ocala. Call today, Super 8 Ocala, at 352-629-8794. Again, 352-629-8794. The NFL alumni is sponsoring a Clay for Kids sporting event to benefit Champions for Champions. The event will take place at the Robinson Ranch in Inglis, Florida on Saturday, October 24th. Call 866-996-2182 for details. The NFL alumni will provide gift bags, breakfast, lunch, and prizes. Call 866-996-2182 for details. Clay for Kids. Call 866-996-2182 for details. Hosted by the NFL alumni.
Howdy folks, RL here for Dairy Queen again to tell you about what's hot and what's not. Dairy Queen has some of the best char-grilled chicken breasts on earth, as well as their chicken breast salad. And the burgers are exceptional, cooked on a real grill for the best flavor and less fat. And for dessert, blizzards are unequaled. Personally, banana split is my all-time favorite. Dairy Queen Silver Springs, where we always treat you like kings and queens.
Back to the show. You're listening to AM Ocala Live, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM. As we're broadcasting to you live from the Paddock Mall, streaming live, YouTube Live, WOCA, the Source Radio. As we're saying good morning to you, 67 degrees out there currently as the sun is coming up. They say there's patchy fog in some areas, as that should likely burn off by 10 a.m. if you're in one of those areas with some patchy dense fog. Yeah. As we're rolling on through for your Friday, is a little bit to get to as we know what is expected here in Ocala as President Trump is set to hold a MAGA rally in Ocala today as President Donald Trump will be back in Central Florida. And on Friday, for Make America Great Again rally here in Marion County, as it's the president's second planned visit to Central Florida just this week with less than 20 days until Election Day. In the early hours of the morning in Ocala, people were setting up chairs and tents to be some of the first in line. So the president is set to speak on the tarmac in front of the new terminal building at the Ocala International Airport. Now, earlier this week, Spectrum News got a look at how the airport is preparing for Trump's arrival. Air Force One, as we mentioned, is a little bit big for our 7,000-foot runway and the expectations to get it back off the ground. So Air Force One is a little too heavy for the taxiway and everything else, as the president will arrive in a smaller airplane. As both candidates hone in on Florida visits because of Florida's swing state history, the Marion County Republican Party is excited to hear what Trump has to say on Friday, saying, quote, "I expect to hear what we've already heard, the list of accomplishments, and that's what he needs to run on. He's done more for this country than any president in my lifetime," end quote, saying the Marion County Republican Party chairman, Rocky Stacey. The Democratic Party stated it is working hard to gain support for Democratic presidential candidate Joe Biden, saying, quote, "Our focus has been on vote by mail. We've increased the Democrat vote by mail registration by 9,000 voters since March, as Marion County Democratic Party chairwoman LaVonda McAnlis has said." Now, the president's first visit was to Sanford earlier this month, and it was canceled after a positive coronavirus diagnosis. And since then, he has tested negative for the virus. Now, when the president was able to come to Sanford this past Monday, most in attendance did not wear a mask as they were close together, they said. Now, Stacey said he was not concerned about the virus spreading at the Ocala rally, as that's been a little bit of the buzz going around, too. The conversation of is saying, quote, "I realize the virus is real and people can catch it, but he've proved that getting it 3 days later, walking out of the hospital, that it can be beat," he said. As Marion County voted for Trump in 2016 and predominantly Republican county, as the Marion County Democratic Party is planning to wave signs for Biden ahead of President's arrival in Ocala. For everything for the festivities, as doors open for the event today at 1 p.m. at the Ocala Airport, as the gates open at 1 and the event starts at 4 with the expectation of the president by 5 p.m. As that gets brought up, one of the things that was mentioned in an article with it coming here in Ocala is the anticipation in a lawsuit. Yeah, say what? It says the drama surrounding President Trump's campaign rally in Ocala on Friday was in full swing on Thursday, with at least one supporter already in line for the event and one opponent filing a lawsuit to block it out of the concern for COVID-19 spread. The lawsuit was filed Wednesday in Marion County's Circuit Court, asking for a hearing before a judge before the 4 p.m. Friday rally at Ocala International Airport. As of 5 p.m. Thursday, a hearing had not been set before Judge Edward Leon Scott. Upon hearing the news of the lawsuit, many Trump supporters said halting the event would be a violation of the president's First Amendment right to speech, saying, quote, "Without a doubt, this is a freedom of speech situation," said Michael J. Sachs, a lifelong Republican who ran unsuccessfully for Marion County Commission, saying, quote, "If we want people to go and they are concerned, they can wear masks. If they are really concerned, they do not have to go." A self-proclaimed Trump superfan says nothing will stop the president, as Gene Huber of Brooksville has been camping out at the Southwest 60th Avenue near the airport since Wednesday, saying, quote, "We will lose and we will lose and we will continue to lose," Huber said. "The current lawsuit and others may come in the future, and it's not going to stop us. The Trump train is moving forward." This lawsuit was filed on behalf of Marion County resident Shanine Jackson, who has 2 teenage children who were diagnosed with COVID-19 back in July. The lawsuit notes that Jackson's daughter had mild symptoms while her son had a very severe case. He had a 103-degree fever and had breathing issues for 11 days. He developed pneumonia in both lungs. Now saying, quote, Shanae Jackson and her family cannot afford to experience COVID-19 again, the lawsuit states. The lawsuit says that the Ocala area has already experienced a devastating level of COVID-19 exposure and that Trump could still be contagious and his supporters will likely not wear masks, saying, quote, Trump's parents, while infected, if in defiance of his own experts' guidance, will embolden hundreds of his supporters to attend unmasked and undistanced and could lead to more infections in Marion County, as the suit states. Mayor Kent Gwynn said Thursday that City Attorney Patrick Gillian is reviewing the lawsuit. Gwynn, who vetoed the city's mask mandate and was out of town Thursday afternoon, said he would be returning to Ocala to learn more about the lawsuit, as the lawsuit comes as COVID-19 cases in Marion County continue to be low compared to when they had peaked back in August, when the 7-day positivity rate was 19.9, as the average daily cases hit 263. Now, Marion County's 7-day positivity rate dropped from 4% on Wednesday to 3.75 on Thursday, as data shows, as Marion County recorded 43 new cases on Thursday, bringing the total to 10,301. So there you go. More AM Ocala Live when we come back.
Wow.
An official message from Medicare.
So, did you try it yet?
Comparing plans? Oh, yeah. They sure can change year to year.
Well, I found lower prescription costs and historically low plan premium.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440. In addition to our pasture mowing and tractor services, including zero-turn mowers for your fence line finish, we also offer rototilling and fence row spraying. We are family-owned and operated, licensed and insured, and farm-ready. Powell Gene, Gene, at yahoo.com, 352-629-2440. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440. Gene is a proud United States veteran.
On the first and third Wednesday mornings each month at 9:05 a.m., Robert Colin with On Top of the World will be our guest as we learn all about the exciting lifestyle and new home choices available at Ocala's premier adult active community, On Top of the World. From time to time, Robert will bring guests, and you're sure to enjoy our little chats. After all, you deserve the world, and we bring it to you. Career Source, Citrus, Levy, Marion brings together business and community partners, economic development leaders, and educational providers to connect employers with qualified, skilled talent and job seekers with employment and career development opportunities. Tune in the first Wednesday of each month at 9:30 to Career Source, Citrus, Levy, Marion, and learn how they can help you.
Today in Ag News, I'm a Southeast AgNet USDA Farm Service Agency Deputy Administrator for Field Operations, Peggy Brown, was in the Southeast this week making stops to talk with producers. During a stop in Florida, she told us about signing up for various programs, including the Wildfire and Hurricane Indemnity Program, otherwise known as WIP Plus.
So we're just visiting about the different programs that are open right now and the different deadlines. For example, we have the Coronavirus Food Assistance Program 2.0. that currently is open, and we're just encouraging producers to go in and visit with their local county offices to see if it maybe applies to them. And I know the South in particular has been hit pretty hard by several hurricanes, and so we do have programs for those impacted by some of those disasters.
That brings up a good point. WIP Plus. Sign up is underway right now, and I'm sure you want to encourage producers to get out there and take advantage of this.
So, yeah, thank you for mentioning WHIP Plus. The deadline is October 30th. We are just encouraging folks to call so they can meet with their local county office staff and see if WHIP Plus is a relevant program to them.
For more information, what's the best thing for them to do then?
Honestly, the best thing for them to do is call their local county office. And some of them are open for appointments. Some of them are not. but they're all there to assist. There is somebody that will answer that phone or return a phone call. Absolutely. We're making sure of it.
To hear more Brown's comments, go to our website, southeastagnet.com.
If your soil could talk, what would it say? If it's healthy, it may already be saying some good things about your future, because farmers who use soil health building systems that include no-till, cover crops, and diverse species and rotations report greater productivity, profitability, and resiliency to weather extremes. Learn more about what your soil is saying about its health and your future. Contact your local USDA Natural Resources Conservation Service office today. This message brought to you by USDA and this radio station.
Randall Wiseman, Southeast AgNet.
WOCA.
We'll have a mix of clouds and sunshine today with a high of 84 to 90. Partly cloudy tonight, low 71 to 75. Then Saturday will be mostly sunny. Nice day with a high of 84 to 86. Look for a blend of sun and clouds on Sunday with a couple of showers in the area and a high of 84 to 86. Widely scattered thunderstorms Monday, high 86 to 88. And a thunderstorm in spots Tuesday afternoon. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Holly Holdren.
There's a staycation right here in town. It's Super 8 Motel Ocala, right down the road on 40, just west of I-75. And they're pet friendly. Have truck parking, free breakfast, a swimming pool, a kiddie pool, and veterans get 10% off. It's a staycation at Super 8 Ocala. Call today, Super 8 Ocala at 352-629-8794. Again, 352-629-8794.
The NFL alumni is sponsoring a Clay for Kids sporting event to benefit Champions for Champions. The event will take place at the Robinson Ranch in Inglis, Florida
on Saturday, October 24th.
Call 866-996-2182 for details. The NFL alumni will provide gift bags, breakfast, lunch, and prizes. Call 866-996-2182 for details. Clay for Kids. Call 866-996-2182 for details. Hosted by the NFL alumni. WOCA. Ocala.
Welcome back to the show, AM Ocala Live 96.3 FM, 1370 AM. It's a beautiful morning out there, 68 degrees now with the sun coming up, lots of blue sky, and it's going to be a beautiful weekend. And as we roll into the weekend, as we're now 7 minutes past the top of the 8 o'clock hour, we got Life South Community Blood Center's a good friend, Galen. Good morning, Galen. Happy Friday, buddy.
Hey, what's going on, Adam? How are you this morning?
Doing pretty good. Boy, there seems to be a lot going on in our small little cool town of Ocala. As we know, we got the President of the United States coming this afternoon to our local airport to put on a little rally. Kind of neat. A lot makes it a little buzz happening around the community. Makes you feel like, all right, there's some stuff happening. It feels kind of good going into the weekend, to be honest with you, my friend. I know, like I was saying in the beginning of the show, like, yeah, it's a little different how COVID has changed some dynamics. For example, how the LSU-Florida game has been obviously moved to December 12th, and even the idea of SEC football with Alabama, Georgia, Nick Saban not being on the sidelines or so forth, as he's trying to be. But either way, it feels like we're let me ask you this. Does it feel like we're in the final phases of what it means to be oppressed by this virus, knowing that the election is right around the corner?
Yeah, I believe that. I mean, they are hanging on to it, aren't they? Though,
right.
You know, the new one I heard this morning. I was reading an article, and now they're talking about the long coronavirus. Right, it's a whole nother virus that it's part of coronavirus, but it's the long one where you feel the impact for 3 and 4 weeks, and it can lead to depression. I was like, oh my gosh. They're doing everything they can to keep the virus at the forefront of everyone's thoughts.
It does. It does feel forced, too, by the way. It's transparent almost.
Yeah. You know, and I think it's pretty evident if the president, who's, let's be honest, very overweight, in his 70s, and he rebounded from this in 24 hours, right?
Yep.
I think we've got to kind of figure it out, don't we? Because if you've ever had the flu, you don't rebound in 24 hours. You just don't. You feel that, and your nose is raw for like a month and a half. You feel weak for like 6 months. It seems like, and you're like, I just can't get over the flu. But the president had this deadly virus and was back. Apparently, he went from wearing oxygen to 100% in 24 hours. I'm pretty sure we have figured it out.
Yeah. Let me ask you, if we could speculate, since I like to do that every now and then, how would it have been if he would have contracted the virus, say, back in March?
And recovered? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Again, you have to. They're just driving this. This is a media-driven event. No, I'm not saying the virus isn't deadly. I'm not saying it's not real.
Right.
I just think it's without the media, we would have never shut down. We would have never destroyed our economy. We would have never put millions of people out of work and closed millions of businesses. We would have been, okay, there's a virus going around. It's a pretty bad flu season.
Yeah.
And that's what it would have happened. We
Does
wouldn't have labeled all these COVID deaths as COVID deaths that weren't COVID deaths.
Right. Let me ask you, partner, now with where we're at, we know...
You can ask me.
And I know that
Go ahead and ask.
You've got a lot of friends within the community and everything and businesses that were impacted. Are you still on the side of the idea with the second stimulus to the idea that we don't need all that spending? Or do you feel now with where we're at that there's at least some groups along the way that maybe could use that? And I say this because it's been kind of weird how back and forth it's been with the Democrats and Republicans with coming up with a new deal, right? A new bailout, if you will, when it comes to the airline industry and what that means for everybody getting another $1,200 check. And I know how you felt about it before, but has anything changed at all, considering we know how the impact has felt coming towards the end of the year?
Why do people... nothing will change my mind. Why do people feel that the government has to fix things for them?
Yeah.
Well, why do people feel that the government has to bail them out?
Yeah.
The government isn't in the business of bailing anybody out. If a business fails, it fails.
It fails, yeah.
It's the healthcare industry. Why is the largest purchaser of health insurance federal government? I think that's a problem.
Right.
We went for as a society and as a culture, we went without so-called health insurance for hundreds of years.
Yeah.
But now, and it was created because the federal government put a cap on how much you could pay executives, right?
Yep.
And so when they put that cap on there, they had to create fringe benefits. And that's why we have a health insurance problem.
Yeah.
And then they created Medicaid, Medicare.
Yeah.
The government just needs to go away. And now our largest two expenditures in the federal government are Social Security and Medicaid, Medicare.
Yeah.
Right? That's a fact. That's an undeniable fact. And the government gets bigger and bigger with every crisis. And more importantly, we allow it.
Do you see any kind of evolution with the healthcare system now after coming through this pandemic?
What do you mean?
Like in a way of things maybe changing for the worse or for better when it comes to what we would see as cost of premiums and everything else? I mean, do we see, like, I guess what I'm trying to say is I almost fear like a negative aspect of it because, like you said, the encroachment of government and how it has been with healthcare, I almost feel like because this was not just a fluke thing with the economy going, this was an actual health crisis with the pandemic. And I was going to say, does that make you a little bit fearful going ahead, thinking about what the government's going to try to do to continue to regulate so that there's implementation later on for pandemics and everything else that makes things become more expensive, more expensive than they are now?
Well, you said a bunch of things. One, this so-called health crisis was imposed by the federal government. They're the ones who made it worse by shutting down and basically telling people not to go to the hospital for a month.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's
absolutely.
the reason why healthcare the healthcare industry took such a major hit.
Right, because we're talking about everything else.
And that's also the reason when we came back, there was this huge influx of patients that needed healthcare.
Yeah.
And guess what? The number of deaths in 2020 will be the lowest in something like 30 years.
Is that?
I read that report yesterday. And most of that's because there's not any work-related injuries. There's a lot less of them.
Yeah.
And, traffic fatalities are down, all that. So, no, this is, again, when the government gets involved in things, it screws them up.
Yeah.
Just point blank. You can mark the cost of health care, and the massive increase goes directly to when we implemented Medicaid, Medicare for, and that's going to continue to be the case.
Yeah, yeah. As it moves on a little bit, I was going to say, did you catch any of the politics last night with the town hall meetings? I didn't.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of it.
Did you? What'd you think? What'd you think of them trying to splice something in there, since they obviously didn't have the debate and then having this? What'd you think? Was it even necessary?
Well, I tell you, there was a couple of things that were incredibly funny to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
There was a lady sitting right behind Trump, a black lady sitting right behind Trump, like on his left shoulder. And she was just sitting there nodding her head every time he spoke, or when she talked about Biden, she'd shake her head no. And I was like, you could not have put, I don't know if that was planned,
right?
But
right.
Genius.
Yeah.
Genius, because, that's everything that the Biden campaign is against, or says that Trump is against. Is right there in a picture. A minority woman agreeing with Trump. Pretty incredible.
Yeah.
Pretty incredible.
It's a good observation, my friend. Very, very interesting. And
it was hard not to notice it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was impossible.
And as we come here now, just a few weeks away, I don't know. Like I said, it feels like it feels refreshing, because it almost feels like the oppression is lifting a little bit, because we know. I think everybody's wanting to know. I think worldwide, wanting to know that once this election is over, what that means to move forward in a way. And I think there's a lot more people, excited and geared up for what's ahead rather than what we've been through, which is a good thing, overall. Just to move on a little bit, my friend, to some sports, just to talk a little baseball last night. Ooh, it's getting a little tight now as the Houston Astros have brought it one game closer, as now Tampa has that series lead 3-2. You think the series could be, you think the Houston Astros can come back here, maybe take the series?
Well, don't let them win tonight. Don't let them win tonight.
Yeah, don't let them make. 3-3. I mean, don't let it go to a game 7.
Because now, Almighty Mo, which is the most important thing of all of sports, is all on one side, and Correa hitting the walk-off. If there's one guy you didn't want to hit the walk-off to really get going, it's Correa. So, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens.
And I was going to say that only because with that walk-off, that carries a different demeanor, a different tempo, a different mindset going into Game 6. And the Astros they're a good baseball team at taking some of that energy and putting it to their side. So I don't know. I feel like, in a way, Tampa's got a very long uphill battle, if anything.
Well, remember, it's baseball, and so it all starts with starting pitching.
Yeah.
If the starting pitching's good tonight, that's as far as the momentum will go.
Yeah, that's
now,
true.
I say that, but the Astros are feeling really, really confident right now.
Yeah, and that's huge when it comes to the plate.
But they do have to win 2 more games in a row.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, their pitcher can't have a bad inning. They have to play perfect, no errors, etc. So let's see what happens.
Yeah.
And again, it's baseball, and we'll see what happens.
And the Atlanta Braves taking it to the Dodgers, now 10-2. Now they have the series lead 3-1. They got a chance to put it away tonight. You think they might?
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. They beat Clayton Kershaw.
Yeah.
Freddie Freeman is playing out of his mind. And he could argue he'll be the MVP for that team.
Yeah.
So I'm just impressed with the way the Braves are playing.
Yeah.
Young team, and again, in 162 games, they do not win. I firmly believe that.
You firmly believe that. That was going to be my next question. Yeah. If you felt that it was a regular season, do you see it there?
No, the sprint changes everything, and yeah, I mean there'll be a giant asterisk next to it, but they still get to hang a pennant, they still get a ring, and still get to hold up the trophy.
Yeah. And as of right now, with the way they're playing, I mean, obviously, I'm that's why I said I love to speculate. But if, say, the Braves go to the World Series, I think with the way they're playing, I don't know whether it be Tampa or Houston. It'll be an interesting series. I think it would be a strong one, but I would see Atlanta kind of running with it.
It'll be the lowest rated TV rating World Series in the history of baseball. It will.
Yeah, it will.
I mean, those are two teams that no one cares about. No one. In two of the worst baseball stadiums in all of sports.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Two of the worst stadiums.
Yeah, you've said that about Atlanta's stadium as well, right?
Terrible.
Yeah.
Well, the problem with it, it's just sterile. There's no I don't know. There's no personality to it.
Yeah, and like you said, we know how you feel about Tampa Bay's stadium there, so we don't need to go there again. But yeah, I know you mentioned that too about Atlanta's, and like you said, yeah, kind of a two different teams that. Unless you're a baseball fan, you like to see how it plays out. But at the end of the day, yeah, it's a little different than saying, Red Sox, Dodgers, or even what we thought with Dodgers, Yankees, or something like it. So, yeah, very interesting. But anyway, my friend, moving on.
I think they're still going to be in the bubble, but it doesn't matter. So.
Doesn't matter. Moving on a little bit just to get it out there, to talk a little bit more about it as we bring it to you here on Friday nights, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, Westport High School football with the game tonight against Lake Weir as the pregame 6:30, and then the kickoff at 7 p.m. tonight, my friend.
Yeah. Again, Westport seems to be at full strength. They don't have any COVID issues for the first time this year.
Yeah.
Kids in protocol that are kind of incredibly stupid. So they should be good. And Lake Weir is Lake Weir. I mean, they made the playoffs last year, and their head coach, Robinson Knox, just left and took a better job in Georgia, where he's an assistant coach and making 3 times what he was here as a head coach.
Oh, wow.
And that tends to be what happens. So let's see what happens.
Now, I was going to mention a little bit as we've got this week with Lake Weir, and then from what we have on the schedule here, looking at it, there's 2 more games in the regular season thereafter. So at this point in the season, and with how we know they're playing within the county, what does that mean for the playoff picture, my friend?
Well, everybody makes a playoff picture, so the brackets have already been released.
Okay.
And so every team knows who they're playing. What's interesting is that South Florida is just not going to participate in the FHSAA state playoff championship.
Really?
And what that means is that's usually where the champs come from.
Mm-hmm.
South Florida football is at a whole different level than the rest of the state.
Sure.
You kind of move anything south of, let's say, Orlando, right? Lakeland. You take that section of the state of Florida, it's the best football in the country at the high school level, period.
Wow.
End of story. And that's proven every time that, like last year, Vanguard played Carroll City, and Carroll City was just a better football team. And at the time, Vanguard had a better ranking in the state. They had a better record. But Carroll City they just have 30 people that want to kill you, and aggression wins in football. So South Florida is always the strongest side for football, but we'll see. So that gives a real chance to some of the area teams. I think the class of the county right now in my opinion, is that Dunellen team. I think that Dunellen team has a chance to be really good.
Yeah.
Even though they lost arguably one of their best wide receivers to ever come out of Dunellen, who's at the University of Florida right now. But, Trent Townsend, their quarterback, is just a huge human being and can play. And then they got L.J. Fitzgerald, who's just does everything for them. I think that's a really good team. Vanguard doesn't have an offensive line. So that's the real question. They play in a couple of weeks, and that'll be fun. But, yeah, tonight, Westport, Lake Weir. Westport should win this game pretty handily. But, it's high school football, and we'll see who shows up and who doesn't.
What kind of goes into it with these last few weeks here, with already having the, like you said, the bracket kind of set up, because wins and losses really don't take a big effect to anything in the playoffs now, because like we said, everything's kind of set in a way. So, if you were head coach and talking to some of these head coaches, what kind of demeanor do you set with some of these regular season games left in gearing up towards the playoffs when you know that you got something of a chance, I guess?
Well, I think it helps. It does help. It just means teams will stay focused, and then the regular season means nothing.
Yeah.
You get hot and you win 2 games, and now all of a sudden you're in the regionals.
yeah.
You could get really lucky, and they already tell you who's going to be in there. Right now, it looks like Vanguard and Dunellen will face each other if they both win 2 games, and they'll play that game at Booster Stadium.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's just pretty cool. And again, what we'll do this year is we're going to follow Westport as far as they go and as long as they go.
Yeah.
And then once they lose, then we're going to pick up Vanguard.
Yeah.
So,
awesome.
That Farmer wasn't happy about that. He wanted me to cover all their games. But there you go. That's what we're going to do.
That's what we're going to do. Awesome, my friend. Well, moving on just a little bit, in the idea of giving the gift of life, donating blood, I was going to ask you how the week went so far. The weather was better. I know that, enunciates a better turnout. How's things gone this week?
Yeah, it's been interesting. Our usage is just skyrocketing right now, and our location that blood drives just not very big, so it's really been a struggle. We've not had a terrible week, but we just haven't had a great week. So we just need people to get out there, get the life, donate blood, come to our donor center, right there on Silver Springs Boulevard, 1607 East Silver Springs Boulevard. Today we're going to be out at the Walmart out on 200, way out there, almost on the way to Citrus. So stop by and see us and give the gift of life, donate blood.
Absolutely, my friend. Well, we appreciate it. And like you said, there's still some great high school football, and we're bringing it to you with Westport. As like we said, they take on Lake Weir tonight. And then, I was wondering about that when it comes towards those playoffs, what that means for what we'll still be broadcasting. So with an opportunity there to maybe even call that Vanguard Dunellen game, I know you'd be looking forward to that, my friend. So a lot of good stuff to still look forward to overall. Well, we appreciate it, and get safe to where you're going, my man. And we look forward to talking to you on Monday.
Appreciate it.
You got it, buddy.
All right. Hey, thanks, Adam. Have a great weekend.
You got it. As that segment's brought to you by Palm Garden Health and Rehabilitation Center. I'd like to thank Palm Garden Health and Rehabilitation Center, located at 2700 Southwest 34th Street in Ocala, where they offer the skilled nursing, physical, occupational, and speech therapy. Any questions on what they've been doing and how they've been handling COVID-19? They encourage you to give them a call, 352-854-6262. That's 854-6262. And Penn Flooring, family owned and operated, serving Marion County for well over 30 years. Every bit of their success is to the unrivaled customer service. Full service flooring company dedicated to finding the best solutions to your flooring needs. As they've got experience in both residential and commercial fields, you can find them at 1201 Southwest 17th Street in Ocala. That's 352-351-3425. 351-3420. Open tonight till 6 p.m. And for Saturday's honeydew list, they still get some stuff done for the weekend as they're open 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. So for that segment, get out there, give the gift of life, donate blood, as we mentioned, the Walmart on 200, all the way down there past the On Top of the World, or give them a call, 622-3544. As we got more AM Ocala Live coming your way, we'll be right back right after this. WOCA, The Source.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM.
Different cities on different channels that televise town halls. The president in Miami not denying to NBC News he has more than $400 million in debt.
It's a tiny percentage of my net worth.
That sounds
and
like
you'll
yes.
see that soon.
Joe Biden in Philadelphia at a town hall moderated by ABC News as George Stephanopoulos is asked about adding more justices to the Supreme Court.
Don't voters have a right to know where you stand?
They do have a right to know where they stand, and they'll have a right to know where I stand before they vote.
So you'll come out with a clear position before Election Day?
Yes.
Last night's debate was canceled when the president refused to do it remotely. Organizers demanded that because of his coronavirus infection. Next Thursday's final debate in Nashville, as of now, is still on. The former Mexican Defense Secretary, General Salvador Cienfuegos, is arrested at Los Angeles International Airport on drug trafficking and money laundering charges, according to the Associated Press. America's listening to Fox.
With United Healthcare Medicare Advantage plans, there's so much to take advantage of, like $0 copays on primary care doctor visits and lab tests.
Wow.
Plus $0 copays on virtual visits.
Wow.
It's time to take advantage.
Wow.
To learn more, visit AdvantageWow.com. That's AdvantageWow.com.
Benefits vary by plan and area. Limitations and exclusions apply.
Wow.
An official message from Medicare.
So, did you try it yet?
Comparing plans? Oh, yeah. They sure can change year to year.
Well, I found lower prescription costs and historically low plan premiums.
Ooh, how about those new insulin savings? Hundreds of plans, $35 a month.
That'll save you money.
Comparing plans really pays.
Mm-hmm.
Compare plans from home at Medicare.gov or call 1-800-MEDICARE. Open enrollment ends December 7th. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
There's a staycation right here in town. It's Super 8 Motel Ocala, right down the road on 40, just west of I-75. And they're pet friendly. Have truck parking. Free breakfast.
Yum, yum.
A swimming pool. A kiddie pool. And veterans get 10% off. It's a staycation at Super 8 Ocala. Call today, Super 8 Ocala at 352-629-8794. Again, 352-629-8794.
The NFL alumni is sponsoring a Clay for Kids sporting event to benefit Champions for Champions. The event will take place at the Robinson Ranch in Inglis, Florida
on Saturday, October 24th.
Call 866-996-2182 for details. The NFL alumni will provide gift bags, breakfast, lunch, and prizes. Call 866-996-2182 for details. Clay for Kids. Call 866-996-2182 for details. Hosted by the NFL alumni. WOCA.
Howdy, folks. RL here for Dairy Queen again to tell you about what's hot and what's not. Dairy Queen has some of the best char-grilled chicken breasts on earth, as well as their chicken breast salad. And the burgers are exceptional, cooked on a real grill for the best flavor and less fat. And for dessert, blizzards are unequaled. Personally, banana split is my all-time favorite. Dairy Queen Silver Springs, where we always treat you like kings and queens.
Help prevent the spread of germs. Wash your hands with soap and hot water for at least 20 seconds and always wash before you touch your face, eat, or drink. Use hand sanitizers. Limit sharing of eating utensils. Practice social distancing and avoid physical contact. Sneeze or cough into a tissue or the inside of your elbow. Avoid contact with ill individuals. An ounce of prevention is worth a ton of cure. Download the free booklet at Scientology.org/stay well.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, the inventor of MyPillow, and like all of you out there, I had problems sleeping. Pillows would go flat, I would flip-flop all night long, I would wake up with a sore neck, maybe a headache, or feel like I needed a nap even though I slept 8 hours. When I invented MyPillow, I wanted it to where you can move the patented fill to give you the exact support you need as an individual, regardless of sleep position. MyPillow will get you into that deep sleep faster, and you will stay there longer. It's not about how much time we spend in bed, it's about how much of that quality sleep we get. And I give you a 60-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. And here's my best offer ever.
Right now, MyPillow has a special offer for you. 2 MyPillow premiums for one low price plus free shipping. Each pillow is made in the USA and is machine washable and dryable. Call 800-820-7056 or go to MyPillow.com and use promo code Annie to get 2 MyPillow premiums for one low price plus free shipping. That's 800-820-7056 or go to MyPillow.com, promo code Annie.
For the best night's sleep in the whole wide world, visit MyPillow.com.
Promo code Annie.
WOCA, putting the local back into radio.
Pals Ocala Auto Repair fixes all makes and models. Pals makes sure that your vehicle's engine, mechanical, and electrical components are healthy at all times. Pals team would much rather see you drive to their shop for a full checkup than be towed in for a complex repair. Give Pals a call today to schedule your next service appointment. 352-414-2984. What? A nationwide warranty, 36 months or 36,000 miles, whichever comes first? Pals looks forward to servicing you and servicing your vehicle. 352-414-2984.
Hi, Matt Wilkerson here, your Verizon representative with news that will hum your car, make it smart and safe. How? With the new Hum device by Verizon. You can rest assured you're never alone. Flat tire? Lost? Accident? For $10 a month, Hum by Verizon has you covered. And I will come to you in Marion County to install the Hum for free. Time to call me at 352-528-0020. Are you ready to hum along? Call 352-528-0020.
When it really counts, depend on the source for the latest weather updates, keeping you ahead of the storm. 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
We'll have a mix of clouds and sunshine today with a high of 84 to 90. Partly cloudy tonight, low 71 to 75. Then Saturday will be mostly sunny. Nice day with a high of 84 to 86. Look for a blend of sun and clouds on Sunday with a couple of showers in the area and a high of 84 to 86. Widely scattered thunderstorms Monday, high 86 to 88. And a thunderstorm in spots Tuesday afternoon. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Holly Holdren.
People ask me why I've worked at Palm Garden for so long, and I tell them it's the people. I love to hear the life stories, especially those from the greatest generation. Celebrating life stories is what sets Palm Garden apart, finding out what's important to them. And I love being a resource. Like Macy's Santa, if I can't help, I'll send them to Gimbel's. After all, Palm Garden is located on 34th Street. I'm Jan from Palm Garden. Call me and let's chat. 854-6262.
Is the internet driving business to your business? Hi, I'm Michael Warren with Brick City Interactive. At Brick City, we've been putting the web to work for businesses since 1998. We want to help you too, whether you're a real estate office, law office, medical office, manufacturer, retailer, a church, even a radio station like WOCA. We love to help businesses grow, and we have the knowledge and experience to make it happen. We offer professional, affordable web design, mobile responsive websites, search engine optimization, social media marketing, web video and promotions, online advertising, and more. Whether it's time for a redesign or whether you want to kickstart your existing website, let us help. Mention WOCA and we'll give you a free, no-obligation search engine optimization report for your website. This free report will give you practical steps to increase your search ranking. It's our gift to you from Brick City Interactive. Call us today at 352-351-1131 or visit us online at brickcity.com.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, and a new spoiler, and a new truck.
Yep, we can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too.
Well, as a matter of fact, join me, Matt Gibbs from Sunrise Automotive, every Tuesday at 10 for auto repair with personal care right here on The Source.
Some would say that this country is in the toilet. Some would even go so far as to say the economy is going down the drain. But we say, if water runs through it, we do it.
At Mike Scott Plumbing, we don't make promises we can't keep. We'll be there on time, every time. We promise to work around your schedule and not ours. And we won't charge you overtime for nights, weekends, or holidays. So remember, if water runs through it, we do it. Mike Scott Plumbing, 237-2888.
Hi, I'm Sean Scott, owner of Mike Scott Plumbing, and I approve this message.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
WOCA.
Ocala.
This message explains the reason that Latin Americans are conservative Republicans and Trump supporters. It is narrated by Jerry W. Torres, Master Sergeant, U.S. Army retired, volunteer for veterans causes, and former president of a U.S. company with over 18,000 employees.
Political leadership.
As a leader of Special Forces Green Beret teams in missions and combat, and president and CEO of the largest privately held company in the United States that earned $1 billion and hired nearly 18,000 employees in over 40 countries, including within Central and South America and the Caribbean, I know firsthand the value of my Latin American instilled leadership values. I understand and have experienced the great contribution of our Latin Americans as political leaders in our nation and in many foreign nations throughout Latin America. Latin Americans are today among the most respected leaders and representatives of the people of the United States at all levels of American government. Our Latin American brothers and sisters lead and represent the American people at the federal, state, and local levels, from senators and governors to mayors and city council members. Latin Americans are also federal, state, and local judges, prosecutors, and law enforcement officers, protecting our citizens and our communities throughout our land. Although some of our high-profile political representatives are extreme liberal Democrats, the vast majority of Latin Americans remain conservative, with strong conservative trust in family values. We as conservatives preserve a deep faith in God, aspire for communities that are safe and secure, give charitably for those in need, uphold unwavering support for equal justice for all and the rule of law, and maintain a strong belief in individual liberty to freely pursue dreams, aspirations, and our own prosperity. And the districts represented by conservative Latin American senators and congressional men and women are among the safest and most prosperous in our nation. They are, in fact, the direct opposite of the many chaotic communities led by liberal Democrats. The Conservative Republican Party is deeply grateful for the Latin American community's conservative values and the achievements and stability we have brought to our communities. We must join with the conservative Republican Party to expand and elevate the safety, prosperity, and justice for Latin Americans and all our American communities. Please support our conservative principles by voting for Republican candidates to make certain we elevate the safety, security, and the prosperity for all Americans.
La Voz de la Confianza, paid for by Jerry Torres. For more information, visit jwtorres.us.
WOCA.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Have you checked this week's big ad for Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens? Go to bobwinescamelliagardens.net and check out the special deals this week. A great selection of fall bedding plants, just $1.99 each, or get a flat of 18 for $19.99. Knockout and Drift Roses, Bob's best quality, normally selling for $29.99, are half price at $14.99. That's not all. Bob has tons of azaleas. During his truckload azalea sale, dwarf ever-blooming azaleas, still just $3.99. Larger ever-blooming azaleas that sold all year for $19.99 are closeout priced at just $7.99. You really got to take a look at these. Wherever you look all over this 5.5-acre garden, there are serious bargains. Get your share at Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens on Southeast 38th Street, Ocala. They're open daily till 4:30, Saturdays till 3:30, in the same blooming place since 1952.
When it really counts, depend on the source for the latest weather updates, keeping you ahead of the storm. 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
We'll have a mix of clouds and sunshine today with a high of 84 to 90. Partly cloudy tonight, low 71 to 75. Then Saturday will be mostly sunny. Nice day with a high of 84 to 86. Look for a blend of sun and clouds on Sunday with a couple of showers in the area and a high of 84 to 86. Widely scattered thunderstorms Monday, high 86 to 88, and a thunderstorm in spots Tuesday afternoon. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Holly Holdren.
People ask me why I've worked at Palm Garden for so long, and I tell them it's the people. I love to hear the life stories, especially those from the greatest generation. Celebrating life stories is what sets Palm Garden apart, finding out what's important to them. And I love being a resource. Like Macy's Santa, if I can't help, I'll send them to Gimbel's. After all, Palm Garden is located on 34th Street. I'm Jan from Palm Garden. Call me and let's chat. 854-6262.
Is the internet driving business to your business? Hi, I'm Michael Warren with Brick City Interactive. At Brick City, we've been putting the web to work for businesses since 1998. We want to help you too, whether you're a real estate office, law office, medical office, manufacturer, retailer, a church, even a radio station like WOCA. We love to help businesses grow, and we have the knowledge and experience to make it happen. We offer professional, affordable web design, mobile responsive websites, search engine optimization, social media marketing, web video and promotions, online advertising, and more. Whether it's time for a redesign or whether you want to kickstart your existing website, let us help. Mention WOCA and we'll give you a free, no-obligation search engine optimization report for your website. This free report will give you practical steps to increase your search ranking. It's our gift to you from Brick City Interactive. Call us today at 352-351-1131 or visit us online at brickcity.com.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone? Yes, I can. We do that. No, I mean, I need them installed and balanced and all that. Yep, we do that. Well, my son needed his windows tinted. Yep, we do that. I need my seat replaced. Yep, we do that too. I need a new roof line, and a new spoiler, and a new truck. Yep, we can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too.
Well, as a matter of fact, join me, Matt Gibbs from Sunrise Automotive, every Tuesday at 10 for auto repair with personal care right here on The Source.
You're getting ready to move and you work hard. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. You need pros. Trained professional moving experts to do the heavy lifting for you. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. They care about your things as much as you do, and they do it fast and right. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. Visit twomeninatruck.com and get moving.
2 Men in a Truck. Last week in the WOCA High School Football Game of the Week, presented by McCarson Electric, proudly serving Marion County for over 30 years. McCarson Electric for all of your commercial, industrial, and residential needs. Call McCarson Electric at 352-812-4486. The Westport Wolfpack fell to 2-1 in their loss to the Knights.
Decent kick, end over end. Rucker's going to catch it on the fly at his own 45. He stutter steps. He's going to run by Seidel, and then he jumps and jukes. He's got one man to beat. To the end zone. Touchdown, Trevante Rucker.
And that's why he's going to Florida.
This week, the Wolfpack are back home as they face the Lake Weir Hurricanes. It's the High School Football Game of the Week, presented by McCarson Electric. Pre-game starts at 6:30. Kickoff is at 7. So join me, Galen Unold, and John Ivory for the High School Football Game of the Week. Lake Weir at Westport. And you can hear it all right here on WOCA, The Source.
It's time for the Luby Bat Conservancy's Bat Festival. Sort of. This year will be different thanks to COVID-19. However, Luby still has fun offerings for the entire family. On October 16th at 9:05, Brian Pope with the Conservancy will be Adam's guest to discuss the exciting virtual and in-person events like Conservation from the Couch, the Quarantine Level Endurance 0.5K You Can Do It Marathon, and Bat Appreciation Day. Learn about the valuable part bats play in our environment. So join us at 9:05 on October 16th to learn more about this year's Bat Festival events.
Veterans Helping Veterans USA. Call 352-433-2320. We help veterans and their families with limited financial assistance, counseling, employment referrals, and a food and clothing bank. You can help in making a huge difference in the veterans' lives we serve by donating food, clothing, household items, or direct financial assistance. All donations are tax deductible. Veterans Helping Veterans USA. 352-433-2320. Thank you for your attention, and God bless America.
Hey, you want to do something different this week? Well, get out of the house and take a walk in a gorgeous 5.5-acre garden. The place is Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens, centrally located, but away from all the traffic in southeast Ocala. In this spot, you're showered with hundreds of yard and garden ideas, all at prices that just can't be beat. This week, Bob is featuring roses, and he's got plenty of them. Drift and knockout roses in the big number 4 size, regularly selling for $30, are half-priced at $14.99. He has those popular fragrant tea and hybrid climbing roses, they're just $32.99. And his heirloom camellias, they're all fall clearance price too. These budded and blooming sun-loving beauties start at just $12.99. Looking for a BOGO? Gorgeous plumbago, buy one, get one free. Go to bobwinescamelliagardens.net and check the ad. Then head on over to Bob Wines on Southeast 38th Street, Ocala. Any day this week and take a stroll through this 5-acre garden in the same blooming place since 1952.
When it really counts, depend on The Source for the latest weather updates, keeping you ahead of the storm. 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
We'll have a mix of clouds and sunshine today with a high of 84 to 90. Partly cloudy tonight, low 71 to 75. Then Saturday will be mostly sunny. Nice day with a high of 84 to 86. Look for a blend of sun and clouds on Sunday with a couple of showers in the area and a high of 84 to 86. Widely scattered thunderstorms Monday, high 86 to 88. And a thunderstorm in spots Tuesday afternoon. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Holly Holdren.
Ocala's Appleton Museum of Art has reopened to all visitors. See the world-class permanent collection and special exhibits, including photographs by Bruce Mozart and mixed media by Christina Deanne. Hours are Thursday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Sundays, noon to 5 p.m. The museum is closed Mondays through Wednesdays. Masks are required, and visitor occupancy is being monitored. For more information, visit appletonmuseum.org. BatFest 2020 is going to look a little different this year. Due to health and safety guidelines, Luby Bat Conservancy will not host the traditional Florida Bat Festival our community has come to love. Instead, Luby is offering virtual and in-person events each Wednesday in October at 11 a.m. Enjoy conservation from the couch, where Luby will host live chats on their Facebook and Instagram pages. On October 24th, there will be a new live stream each hour from 11 to 3. Also on the 24th, Luby will hold the in-person quarantine level endurance 0.5K You Can Do It Marathon and Bat Appreciation Day at Blackadder Brewing Company from 11 to 3. Luby staff will be available to discuss all things bat, including bat house building demonstrations. Visit luby.org/BatFest for more information.
WOCA. Ocala. Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA. Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Back to the show, AM Ocala Live, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM. The Source, as we're broadcasting to you live from the Paddock Mall. Streaming live, YouTube Live, WOCA, The Source Radio, 854. As it's a beautiful morning now, 66 degrees out there. As they say, patchy fog before 10 a.m. Hopefully that's burned off in some areas. Mostly sunny skies today, high near 89. As we see that into tonight, a little bit cooler, 63 degrees. And tomorrow, absolutely stunning, with a high of 80 and your low 67. Absolutely sunshine tomorrow. A lot of good stuff there. Beautiful weather. And it is now time for your Ocala Quick Minute News, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM. The Source. And can you say nail biter when it comes to Florida, November 3rd? It says 3 new polls of likely Florida voters are out in the presidential races. 2 favor Joe Biden and the other President Trump, but all 3 are within the margin of error. President Trump had hosted the town hall event last night in Miami, while Joe Biden had the town hall in Philadelphia at the same time. As they say here, as the infectious disease specialist, Dr. Vincent Herrera at Advent Health worries that such events are perfect environments for the spread of COVID-19.
So if you combine a large gathering and you just happen to have a few of these individuals that actually can effectively transmit the virus, you can end up with a situation of a super spreader event. As
also an increase of new cases of COVID-19, as they mentioned, more than 3,300 new infections that were reported in Florida today, along with 141 fatalities. As the NOAA released its 2020 winter outlook, as thanks to La Nina, Floridians can expect what they seem to have as a prediction for a warmer and drier than average winter. Forecasters Dave Missick says, luckily, South Florida isn't expected to experience a drought because a lot of tropical systems that have moved across the region. But that's not the case in North Florida.
We highlighted on the seasonal drought outlook that area in northern Florida and southern Georgia because we're expecting very dry conditions with the La Nina through the winter.
As an area of disturbed weather entering the Caribbean is not expected to develop as the idea of hurricane season that runs through the end of November. As Florida is seeing an increase in the idea of unemployment.
Nearly 45,000 people filed first-time jobless claims. That's a jump of about 2,500 from the week before, according to the Labor Department. Florida's increase is part of a sharp rise in unemployment claims nationwide. So far, the state has handed out more than $17 billion in benefits to more than 2 million Floridians who are out of work since the pandemic. I'm Chris Trankman.
As the annual Biketoberfest celebration is underway in Volusia County, as Daytona Beach Police Chief Craig Capri is urging everyone to protect themselves from the virus, as his cops aren't in the business of social distancing, but they do the best they can to keep themselves safe. As the pandemic continues and flu season begins, doctors are urging Floridians, to get a flu shot. Dr. Vincent Herrera with the Advent Health says don't worry about any complications from the flu shot.
Any symptom that a vaccine could potentially give you compared to actually getting the disease and the risk of complications from influenza far outweighs the risk associated with taking the vaccine.
And in sports, for your Tampa Bay Rays, as they dropped a heartbreaker last night with a walk-off from the Houston Astros, as the Houston Astros took the lead as 4-3 to not took the lead, but won the game 4-3 there in the bottom of the ninth. As now the Tampa Bay Rays still one game away from the possibility of going to the World Series. However, leads the series now 3-2, as Game 6 is tonight at 6 o'clock. For your Ocala Quick Minute News, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source. And as we make our way now towards the top of the 9 o'clock hour, we say stay tuned. More good show coming your way. I'm your host, Adam Mickle, as we say good morning to you, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source, WOCA. Back after this.
News. I'm Chris Foster. President Trump and Joe Biden up against each other on different TV channels last night at the same time. The president, with Savannah Guthrie of NBC News, says to voters on the fence,
"We are at a level with jobs like we've never been before. We've rebuilt our military. We've rebuilt our borders. We had no borders. We had no nothing. We've rebuilt so much. We've given you the greatest tax cut in the history of our country."
Joe Biden says about those tax cuts in a town hall moderated by ABC News' George Stephanopoulos.
About $1.3 trillion of the $2 trillion in his tax cuts went to the top 1/10 of 1%. That's what I'm talking about eliminating, not all the tax cuts.
President Trump and the Republican National Committee announced $247 million in campaign fundraising last month. That's more than the month before, but $135 million less than Joe Biden and the Democrats. America's listening to Fox News.
With United Healthcare Medicare Advantage plans, there's so much to take advantage of, like $0 copays on primary care doctor visits and lab tests.
Wow.
Plus $0 copays on virtual visits.
Wow.
It's time to take advantage.
Wow.
To learn more, visit AdvantageWow.com. That's AdvantageWow.com.
Benefits vary by plan and area. Limitations and exclusions apply.
Wow.
An official message from Medicare.
So, did you try it yet?
Comparing plans? Oh, yeah. They sure can change year to year.
Well, I found lower prescription costs and historically low plan premiums.
Ooh, how about those new insulin savings? Hundreds of plans, $35 a month.
That'll save you money.
Comparing plans really pays.
Mm-hmm.
Compare plans from home at Medicare.gov or call 1-800-MEDICARE. Open enrollment ends December 7th. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
BatFest 2020 is going to look a little different this year. Due to health and safety guidelines, Luby Bat Conservancy will not host the traditional Florida Bat Festival our community has come to love. Instead, Luby is offering virtual and in-person events each Wednesday in October at 11 a.m. Enjoy conservation from the couch, where Luby will host live chats on their Facebook and Instagram pages. On October 24th, there will be a new live stream each hour from 11 to 3. Also on the 24th, Luby will hold the in-person quarantine level endurance 0.5K You Can Do It Marathon and Bat Appreciation Day at Blackadder Brewing Company from 11 to 3. Luby staff will be available to discuss all things bat, including bat house building demonstrations. Visit luby.org/BatFest for more information.
WOCA. Ocala. It's time for Farm and Ranch headlines on the Southeast AgNet. I'm Tyron Spearman reporting. USDA's Ag Statistics Service is reporting that the peanut crop is 28% harvested. The 5-year average is 42%, so we're way behind. That's nationwide for the 10 states that are now growing peanuts. Georgia is 45% dug with 27% harvested. They're normally at 61 and 44. Remnants of Delta brought needed rain to eastern Georgia, and that delayed harvest with a week of mostly dry weather in the rest of the central area, giving growers a chance to dig and harvest. Alabama's 50% dug, 33% harvested. Digging delayed the first half of the week because of the storm, but digging progressed at a rapid pace. In Florida, peanuts dug 71% as of Monday, harvested 52%. They're normally about 81% dug and 69% harvested. Many farmers were digging peanuts, but harvesting continued to be a challenge with the storm rains, wet conditions, and disease problems